Well, we've come to the end of our day and our forum, and I want to thank all of you, and I'd like to welcome our chairman, Brian Moynihan, to join us. He's been with us most of the day, and we're very grateful for that, for his remarks. Thank you, Brian.
All right, so it's Friday afternoon. It's 2:30, and I've only got about an hour and a half. So, a day like today makes my brain hurt in a good way, which is seeing all the wonderful talent, all the work that's gone on. Just makes my mind swim, and I'm sure it does the same to you. So I want to thank Deborah, Chad, Bill, and the team for bringing us together and bringing together all the great panelists talking about the great work the Council on Competitiveness does. So thank you, Deborah, Chad, Bill. We heard key points, about just about the pure science in the historical perspective from Livermore Labs, or the historic perspective from all the different panelists, but how it integrates in the current perspective. And we may all not be experts in eroticus, but we'll at least try to imagine the historical context. But we've heard all that through the day, and I think it gives you a sense of how science and the advocacy for science, which this council is committed to, and I know all you are because I'm preaching to the choir, as the saying goes, are there. So, we'll continue to advocate in the private sector for things like the CHIPS and Science Act, but we'll also continue to advocate for the core funding of all the different agencies that help drive it, and also, frankly, on the philanthropic side, supporting your institutions to help drive that change, and the integration to the private sector to even drive it further. We also heard about the consistency and being after this for the many years. The Council on Competitiveness has been after it to drive consistency. And, at the end of the day, we have an election next year. But as I always say to people, my company was around in that election in 1800, and that was a pretty interesting one. If you've seen the play Hamilton, you'll know about it. And so, we'll be here, your university, your National Science Lab, your company, your institution, you'll be here. The politicians will change because that's the nature of the political cycle. But the consistency in our advocacy and our working together has to transcend political events. So we need to keep that in mind. The other thing we heard a lot about today was opening up opportunity, whether it was geographic and place-based thought process, whether it's economic spectrums, bringing people into the sciences and into the practice that may not otherwise have access to it, whether it's education diversity, high school kids, college kids, graduate school kids, everybody all working, and it takes all those pieces to make it happen. So I'm encouraged by all of you, and I want to leave you with one challenge. We have to continue to advocate, and to advocate effectively, we have to keep showing the progress. And to make progress, you have to keep working together. And so that's the core reason why we're here. And so let's keep working together in the future. Thank all of you, and have a good weekend.
Thank you, Brian, very much for your leadership in serving as our chair. And I want to also thank and recognize our chair for academia, Joan Gable, for her tremendous leadership. And Chad Holliday, our chairman emeritus, who's not here, but he is a fantastic, devoted leader in the council. Our new vice chair for business, Dan Helfrich from Deloitte. And Kenny Cooper, who's the new president of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, could not be with us, but very committed to the work of the council and bringing the voices of labor. So I want to thank you all for coming. We have a very big agenda and important work to do in 2024. And as Brian has said, the council's work is more important than ever, but all of you will continue to go and do what you do to make our country great. We will work hard during this year to be voices that will impact policy, but do so in a nonpartisan, non-political way. That is very much why the council's been successful over the years. We want to ensure that our work and our recommendations are for the country. And so we have a lot to do preparing for the release of our next big report coming out of the National Commission. We have a very big agenda for the Technology Leadership and Strategy Initiative. Their report will be due out in the kind of mid-year, as Chad Evans and Steve Walker noted, on this challenge around the defense industrial base and the economic base. We will continue to work in our University Leadership Forum and the Transformational Computing. And on the global front, I say we're very proud about the Council's leadership in our strategic partnerships with like-minded nations around the world. We're hoping, we have some work underway to begin to build an All-Africa Competitiveness Council, and they've turned to us for advice and help on that, and it's very, very important for obvious reasons. But for those of you who are interested, save the dates of November 14th to 17th for the 2024 Global Innovation Summit of the Global Federation of Competitiveness Councils that will be in Belfast, in Dublin, on the issues around place-based innovation, but bringing in the sustainability imperative as well. So I want to wish you all a wonderful holiday trip back and look forward to working with you in the year ahead. And I want to also reiterate our chairman's thanks to the great team of the council. We couldn't do all of this without not just their hard work, but their intellectual brilliance and thought leadership that they bring to everything that we do. Finally, let's expand the network. We hope all of you will consider bringing forward other leaders from other sectors of industry to join the council. And we thank you for your financial support as members, but very importantly, what you give us with your time and your intellect and your commitment to our country. So thank you very much, and safe travels home.